Hey everyone, thank you for being here. This is going to be the weekly reading for the air signs. So anyone with prominent Gemini, Libra, or Aquarius placements in your birth chart, this will be the reading for you. And this is for the week of June 19th, 2023. I am a day late and I apologize about it. I am recording on Tuesday, June 20th, and I'll have this posted on YouTube today as well. So hopefully you'll still be able to get some type of insight as to what will be coming up for the rest of the week for you. Again, if you were able to gain any perspective or insight on today's reading, I would really appreciate if you like the video. And if you're interested to see more from me and more of my readings, please subscribe. I would love to have you on YouTube and follow the journey with me on my channel. So this week we do have the summer solstice for anyone in the northern hemisphere. And of course, if you're on the winter hemisphere, it'll be the winter solstice. But this is the time of year where the sun moves from the sign of Gemini into the sign of Cancer. And this is going to be happening on the 21st of June. And so we are going from a mental, intellectual place ruled by Mercury, right? So this is a communication, thought processes, sort of digging into the details, and where we were once motivated, getting our things done from an intellectual perspective at one point, the last 30 days or so. Now our underlining motivation for anything that we get done for the next 30 days is going to be from an emotional perspective. Okay, so Cancer is ruled by the moon, and it is a cardinal water sign. And so this is the first water sign in the line of zodiac signs, right? If we're doing, putting them in order. And so when you have a cardinal sign in general, a cardinal sign is energy of leadership, of initiating something, of taking action. They are the ones sort of overseeing things, making sure that everything is sort of put in their place, in its place, right? And so when it's in the sign of Cancer, a watery sign, it has a lot to do with the feeling or the emotional perspective of something, of a situation, whatever it is that you're doing or you're starting. And a little bit of, protecting something as well, making something into a really good, secure, stable foundation. Because Cancer also speaks to protection of something that they love, something that they care about, creating stability and security. If you think of the crab with the shell, right? So I would say that the feel to the next 30 days with the sun moving into Cancer, again, is just going to be more motivated by our feelings and what we feel is right and what we feel that we need to protect or nurture, okay? Because Cancer is the mother. So we are also in this family-oriented, home-oriented, nurturing, compassionate type of energy. And so I wouldn't be surprised if your family, your children, your parents are going to be playing a big role for the next 30 days in some way, or even your home, making sure that you have a tighter security system, that things are running well, nurturing your pets or your plants or something like that. It doesn't necessarily speak to domestic things, but it can be, just because Cancer does rule the home. You may also be, diving into your history a little bit, your ancestors, your roots, where you came from. Maybe you'll have conversations with elders at some point, this month as well. So just again, we're going to be going from a mental place to an emotional place for the next 30 days. And this will play out differently for everyone, just depending on where you have Cancer in your birth chart. So that's also something to keep in mind. At some point later, I would say in the next three to 4 weeks, I don't know, I don't have it down here, but I just want to mention that the sun will be opposing Pluto in Capricorn at some point within this Cancer season. And I can talk about that more in, when that week comes up. But, there may be some push and pull later in the season, regarding your home and your work, or the feminine and the masculine, or the mother and father, something like that. And it needs to transform something as well. Today, is it today? Yeah, a little bit later in the day on Tuesday, we do have the moon opposing Pluto. So this is going to bring up a need to change something and transform something. So this is a reflection on what needs to be changed in your life this week at this time of life type of thing. It could be something internal or external. It could be something that is really significant or very, very subtle and minor. I'm not sure. Again, I don't know where it falls in your chart. But just know that there's going to be some reflection and thought around needing to transform something. And again, it'll be motivated by an emotional place. So your emotions are sort of bubbling up, which is going to make you think about something that needs to be changed, so you can sink into a better emotional place around a situation. I don't know what that is specifically. And then in the middle of the week, we will have the moon going into Leo. So we'll be feeling good in general, more capable of, doing whatever this transformative thing is. Just more lighthearted and happy and positive. And then by the end of the week, the moon will go into Virgo. So there will be some details and plans made around a situation. So you might be a little bit more critical around something, or judgmental around something, and a little bit more in your mind at the end of the week. And I'm thinking it could be something around what started at the beginning of the week, which was a need to transform something, if that makes sense. So that is really all I wanted to say about the astrology this week. I don't have a lot to say. I think that the summer solstice is the biggest, thing that we'll all be experiencing anyway. So, that'll probably be felt more prominently than anything else. So let's go into your cards and get some more details about your week. And start off with the air signs personal energy for the week of June 19th, 2023, please. Awesome. So we have the 10 of Cups. So you're feeling emotionally fulfilled throughout the week. That is your basis. That is your sort of at the root of it. You are either looking for emotional stability or emotional fulfillment, or you're feeling that. There may be some family dynamics come into play. You may have to take care of children or take care of parents, or maybe you and your partner are just getting closer or something like that this week. Maybe it also feels fun to me. So there's a lighthearted energy around it as well. And I also feel a little nostalgic around this card, the way it's coming through. And then you have the 3 of Cups. Yeah, so there might be people involved. You want to communicate more with others, hang out with others, maybe go visit some family members or some close friends. Maybe have, invite some people out for drinks or dinner or something like that. I feel plans being made. Maybe there's a little celebration going on. Maybe you're happy about something that just happened. You accomplished something recently, or, some sort of blessing just came into your life and you want to share it and talk about it with others. Overall, it's really positive, lighthearted, loving, nurturing, caring, communicative. Just being there for your friends and your family and really loving them and nurturing them, like I said. Okay, What is in the environment for the earth signs, please? I'm sorry, not the earth signs, the air signs. And you get used to doing these types of readings. I'm sort of new on YouTube, so I didn't plan to do the weekly readings, but since it was the summer solstice, I figured it would be a good idea just to see what the energy is for the week. And hopefully I will get on a routine and start these weekly readings for you guys every week. So you have the High Priestess in your environment. So either you need to use your intuition, or there's someone in your environment who is very intuitive and sensitive to the energy around them. This person comes off as quiet, reflective, observant. There may be some sort of secret, or and when I say secret, it doesn't have to be like malicious or a threat, but either you have something that you have been wanting to tell someone, or vice versa. Sometimes we keep things to ourselves for personal reasons, but when we are dealing with other people may feel as though when you keep something to yourself about yourself, you are, sort of being deceitful, when it's just being private. So because this is in your environment, I don't know if someone else is being private or you are the one being private, but there is a feeling of, I am keeping this to myself because I choose to, because I feel like it. It's not personal to anybody else. And it could be a new idea, a new inspiration, and something that you're just, sort of thinking about right now. Maybe you just found some sort of new passion. Maybe you just met somebody that you're really passionate about. There's a lot of like whimsical feeling here when you are daydreaming or in your mind about this new thing, or someone else is acting this way, whoever is here. And there's a feeling of being connected to one's higher self, to one's intuition and emotion. And it just feels like a little moment in time where somebody is quiet, keeping something to themselves, thinking it through, feeling it out even, and wants to take a new step or some sort of action that is new for them that they have not taken before. Let's go into the beginning of the week. What are the details for the beginning of the week, please, for the air signs? So the Knight of Pentacles, so something has taken a long time to get here. And it's here. Something comes in the beginning of the week that you've been waiting for. You're excited, you're motivated. This thing seems really stable and something that you can trust. So Knight of Pentacles, Ace of Wands, King of Wands. There may be a person here that is in higher ranking. I don't know if that's you or someone else, but some way they are more of a higher authority, a higher status. If it's not official status, it is more of their presence and their essence, that maybe they have a really high confidence level, and when they're in a situation, they are a doer, the type that leads, again going into that cardinal leadership type of energy. And so there's someone in your environment, or this is you, who seems pretty passionate and wants this thing. So there's something that the air signs are passionate about this week and really want to get done or want to have. And whatever it is probably some sort of material thing. that has some sort of value that you've been waiting for a while. And it's presenting itself this week. And there's a good opportunity or a good probability that you can attain this thing. If not, it's just an overall new inspiration. So you're starting off the week really inspired, really motivated, you know, setting long-term goals, long-term plans on something for the sake of results in some way or profit in some way. You're taking lead. So midweek, you have the 9 of Cups. So something more positive energy coming through here. So this is where we feel like we've attained something that we've been working on or that we've been wanting. There's emotional fulfillment here, similar to the 10 of Cups. Yeah, with the earth signs and the fire sign reading, there was a sense of protection and defending something. And I'm getting that here again. And I was talking about as we move into the element of water and the sign of Cancer with the sun here moving into Cancer tomorrow, you know, the next 30 days is there will be an element of defending and protection, right? Because that the Cancer energy has something to do with that. And I feel like it's starting off this season like that for some reason. So far, all three readings I've done for the week have had that element to it. So it does seem like you are putting boundaries and walls and protecting something of great value to you, something that you have worked on, that you have accomplished, and you know, you're trying to keep it and make sure that nothing comes out of your environment or comes from your environment that messes with this feeling or with this thing that you have. Maybe you're trying to keep the peace, but it's a weird energy just because let's say in the middle of the week you are guarded for whatever reason and you feel like you need to keep others away, like you're putting up walls with something or someone. And it does feel like, because I want to protect my peace, right? Like I'm hearing that I want to protect my peace, you know, so I don't want anybody to come in between this. You're working on something in the beginning of the week that you really want to do. You want to protect, like you don't want anything more to be added on your plate this week. Okay. But at the same time, even though you're doing that, you are sort of in illusion fantasy mode over here. So I don't know if you're thinking of like what can come in between you and your thing that you're protecting, but it's not real right now. Like there's no real threat that I can see here. It's more you playing stories, or maybe you're feeling like an intuitive thing that something may come in between you and your idea, project, piece, like whatever it is. So you're trying to play out ways how you can maintain what you're working on or maintain your energy level that you have with the piece, if that makes sense. And maybe that's another reason why you're being quiet. Like you're keeping this thing to yourself, or someone, whoever this is keeping this passion, this new idea, this new thing that they are implementing or starting to themselves. Therefore, I need to protect it. Let's look at the end of the week for the air signs, please. More Wands energy, so the Knight of Wands. It's a lot of action-oriented cards for this week for the air sign. So action taking this week. So you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fire cards. The Three of Swords. And the Hermit, and it flew on the High Priestess. I think I'm going to leave it there. Both the Hermit and High Priestess are quiet to themselves type of energy. And the Emperor, I think the Emperor came out for the earth signs and the fire signs as well. So again, going back to this defending, protecting one's heart, protecting I feel coldness coming through. Like maybe there was, I feel like like someone was on the verge of heartbreak, and then I see like the heart just becoming filled with an ice layer. So I don't know what that means, but it's like I was almost going to be heartbroken, but then someone, instead of going into their feelings and being heartbroken, they went cold and icy, if that makes sense. And Emperor like took control of their feelings, took control of the emotions and their thoughts, and they didn't allow it to fully, they didn't allow themselves to fully feel hurt. And it could be around a Knight of Wands that hurt their feelings or hurt them in some way, let them down in some way. Maybe this Knight of Wands is trying to come in between whatever it is that you're working on here. And instead of allowing this Knight of Wands to get a reaction out of you, you decided to take control. So it was like, again, it was on the verge. It's on the verge of letting this person get the best of you, right? And you decided to come in as the Emperor and take control of the situation and take control of your thoughts and your emotions and switch it up on them, I guess, because an Emperor will always trump a Knight of Wands, right? Like, so now, I don't know. I'm curious about this, but I'm also curious as to why this came through as well. So yeah, so I mean, overall, the weekly is like, I am passionate about something new in my life. I am, motivated and energized and excited for this thing that I'm working on, or this thing that, just came through. I want to have fun doing it. I feel like, again, that going back to the fun, the sense of it being maybe something creative or something like that. And so you want it to be lighthearted, like in a positive, you want to go into a positive direction with it, but there is a need to defend it for some reason. And the end of the week, I feel like somebody comes through that tries to mess with it, and you're just like, no way. Like, this is mine. Like, putting people in their place. And then over here, I don't know what this is yet. I don't know, this is you being secretive, holding this thing for yourself, like not speaking about it, even though I did feel like you want to communicate and gather together with other people. So I don't know if this is you or not. But let's go into the end of the week real quick. What happens here that the air signs need to feel like they have to control their thoughts and their emotions? So the Death card. The Lovers. Jeez. I don't know what's wrong with these cards. So if you're dealing with a romantic situation, there's a transformation happening, and going into that theme with the moon opposing Pluto this week, to need to change something up. For some of you, it might be in a romantic situation. There's a transformation needed between you and someone else. For some of you, there could be an ending here. And whereas you may have felt sad about it, it was more, no, I'm taking control. And it was probably this Emperor's decision. Temperance and Judgment. Yeah, whatever happens at the end of the week, however it plays out, it doesn't have to be a relationship, but however it plays out, that something either like just disrupted what you're working on, and this thing or this person exits and leaves the situation, hurts your feelings, frustrates you, makes you angry. Like, I'm also feeling like a immature action that this person made here, that just totally pissed off this Emperor. And so at some point it's just like, that's it. Like, I'm done. I am done. And what I wanted to say was, this was already, no matter how it was going to happen, it was going to happen. Right? Like, this being done with whoever this is, it was bound to happen already. Because Temperance is here, as well as the Judgment card. There's something bigger. So whatever this project is, or this idea, this new passion, it can turn into something really great. And I feel like the universe is sort of protecting it with you. And I think I said that with either the earth sign or the fire sign, but there's an element of someone is protecting something, but it's also protected by the universe as well. So the universe is not allowing any immature, impulsive, people that don't really think before taking action, like any mess to come in between what it is you're working on or your peaceful state of mind, or whatever the case is there, if that makes sense. But you become aware about something, and again, you end it, you transform it, you change it. Like, the dynamics between you and this other person have changed at the end of the week. So 3 of Cups again, like this card. So this is probably someone else. Ace of Pentacles, King of Pentacles. Somebody's keeping something, an opportunity, to themselves. Again, it does not have to be in a mean way. Like, just because someone keeps something from you doesn't mean that it's a personal thing. That's called privacy, right? So if they're being private about an opportunity, I mean, you're watching the reading, then you know that there's an opportunity in this person's lap, that they are sort of considering or thinking through right now. And it probably has to do with some money or something of value here. And they're trying to make the right decision from a mature, experienced perspective. What is this? Knight of Pentacles. Wait. I'm using different cards to clarify. Oh no. More communication up there, collaborating with someone. The Knight of Pentacles twice to clarify the Knight of Pentacles. And the 4 of Cups. Yeah, so this is something that you've been waiting for quite a while. So whatever comes through at the beginning of the week is something you've been waiting for. And you're trying to protect it. Like I said, something happens at the end of the week where someone comes in between that. It acts immaturely, something like that. And you're just like, no, no, no. And you go cold on them. And you transform that relationship or that situation. And you see the lesson in it. And you feel as though the universe stepped in and like prevented a bigger problem in some way. And you're aware of why you had to change the dynamics between you and this person. Like, you can see more clearly, more truth about this person based off of what they did and how they acted with you at the end of the week. So, yeah. Alrighty, air signs. Thank you so much for being here. I really appreciate your time and energy. Again, like the video if you got something out of it, or subscribe to the channel. And I will continue to do these weekly readings for you guys. So look out for the next one. And I hope that you have a great, great week. Thank you so much.